My name is Nancy Donnelly. I watched my beautiful son, Alexander Thomas Donnelly, die a brutal death after eating a hamburger contaminated with deadly E. coli bacteria. My vibrant little boy, with his striking red hair and heartwarming smile, was reduced to a lifeless shell as hospital monitors registered organ failure after organ failure. He suffered crippling abdominal pain, tremors and delusions, and finally a massive seizure before falling into a coma. These agonizing events, from his first abdominal cramp to his death, occurred over a 4-day period as his father, his doctors, and I all stood helplessly by. Alex was only 6 years old.
If you think that food safety is someone else's problem, I can tell you from firsthand experience that you're wrong. 10 children at the Findlay Elementary School became ill after eating a school lunch of tacos containing ground beef. An 11th child, a preschooler, became ill after being exposed to one of the other students. Health officials concluded that the ground beef was tainted with E. coli bacteria and may have been undercooked at the district's central preparation kitchen. All of the youngsters required emergency medical care for severe gastrointestinal distress. 4 of them became critically ill, and 1 child shows signs of permanent kidney damage that may require several transplants during her lifetime. There was a lawsuit, and the Findlay School District was found to be 100% liable for this outbreak. A jury awarded the 11 children who were infected $4.75 million in damages. Believe me, failure to take the threat of foodborne illness seriously can be dangerous to your students and very costly to your district.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that 76 million cases of foodborne illness occur in the United States every year. Foodborne illnesses result from food that is contaminated by bacteria, viruses, or parasites. Approximately 325,000 people are hospitalized and 5,000 die. Most vulnerable are the elderly, the infirmed, and children.
Foodborne illness is caused by eating food that contains harmful bacteria, toxins, parasites, viruses, or chemical contaminants. Bacteria and viruses, especially Campylobacter, Salmonella, and Norwalk-like viruses, are the most common causes of foodborne illness. Eating even a small portion of an unsafe food may make you sick. Signs and symptoms may appear within a half an hour, or they may not develop for up to 50 days with hepatitis A. The consequences of foodborne illness range from mild gastroenteritis, such as nausea and diarrhea, to life-threatening nerve, liver, and kidney problems, and even death.
Fortunately, most foodborne illnesses can be prevented by a few simple and logical precautions. The Food Safe Schools program has been designed to help you prevent a needless tragedy from occurring in your school by providing you with an action plan for developing a safe and healthy eating environment. It will help you assess your food safety policies and practices and assist you in identifying specific areas of need.
The Food Safe School program has been developed to help you create and maintain a school-wide food-safe eating environment. Food safety concerns are not confined to the cafeteria. Contaminated foods have been linked to school-sponsored events, classroom potlucks, field trips, bake sales, and sporting events. The Food Safe Schools Action Guide is your roadmap to a school-wide food-safe eating environment. It will guide you in forming your Food Safe School team, explain the Needs Assessment and Planning Guide, and describe various environments where food safety is at risk. The Food Safe School Action Guide is available to you in print, on the web, and on CD.
Your first step toward becoming a food-safe school is the identification of a team of people who will be responsible for championing your Food Safe Schools program, completing the needs assessment, and developing and implementing an action plan. The team normally includes the school principal or a designated administrator, the food service manager, the school nurse, classroom teachers, facilities management, family members, and a representative from a cooperative extension agency. The principal should appoint a Food Safe School coordinator to facilitate the effort and to communicate and interact with school staff, community groups, public agencies, and other individuals and organizations.
When our school began the mission of becoming a food-safe school, we formed a team that consisted of the principal, the food service director, the school nurse, and myself. I was appointed Food Safe School Coordinator. My primary duties in this role are to ensure that team members attend the meetings are kept focused and on task, and to ensure that assigned tasks are completed. We scheduled our meetings on a weekly basis and began the process of becoming a food safe school by completing the needs assessment, which is an important tool in determining what steps need to be taken to make our facility food safe.
The Food Safe Schools Needs Assessment is a tool to help your school assess food safety policies and programs, and to develop plans for improvement that can be incorporated into your school improvement plan. This tool is a simple, straightforward questionnaire that gives administrators, staff, parents, and students a chance to get involved to create a safer, healthier school. The Food Safe School Needs Assessment and Planning Guide will enable you to identify the strengths and weaknesses of your school's food safety policies and programs, develop an action plan for improving school food safety, and involve teachers, food service staff, school nurses, school administrators, parents, students, and the community in improving school food safety. The needs assessment should be revisited on a regular basis to monitor and assess your progress.
Communication is an important component of this program. We regularly give the faculty information on the Food Safe Schools project and explain its importance. We also keep the school committee up to date on our activities and progress so that when we present a policy to them, they are familiar with our needs and goals. This strategy is very successful for us. As a family and consumer science teacher, I have always taught food safety principles in my classroom. However, the Food Safe Schools program presented me with a great opportunity to become more involved and more educated in food safety. I became certified in food safety by completing the required coursework and highly recommend this program to others in my position. The certification provides important knowledge on the prevention of foodborne illness that can be shared with students in the classroom.
Food service directors and key members of their staff must be certified in food safety and must do whatever necessary to keep their knowledge and skills current. Some of the key points of food safety are the prevention of cross-contamination, for example, through the use of color-coded cutting boards. Ensuring that food is cooked to proper internal temperatures, which must be verified through the use of a thermometer. Thermometers must also be used in refrigerators to maintain proper food temperatures. Proper refrigeration storage techniques must be used to prevent cross-contamination. Keeping hot food hot and cold food cold is critical. Food dating and rotation, if in doubt, throw it out. And last but not least, I cannot stress enough the importance of proper hand washing. One of the most important aspects of this project is ensuring that the students have clean hands when they come into the cafeteria for lunch. We installed hand sanitizers on the doors to each serving line. We even have a slogan, "Be wise, sanitize."
The school nurse plays an instrumental role in a food-safe school. The school nurse must be current on his or her skills as they relate to foodborne illnesses and must recognize that the entire school population is at risk in the event of an outbreak. If a student should come to the school nurse's office presenting gastrointestinal symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea, a school nurse's knowledge should send up a red flag that a foodborne illness might be involved. The nurse should take a thorough history of what the student ate and when, and should be on the lookout for other students with similar symptoms.
The health department's participation is a critical part of a crisis management plan. Procedures should exist that ensure that the health department is contacted immediately when there is a suspicion of a potential outbreak. This is critical to preventing additional illnesses, since the food that caused illness in your school may also have been distributed nationally. Specimens of the suspect foods must be preserved for testing. Samples should be dated and clearly marked, "Do not eat." Symptoms must be documented, and names and contact information for those affected must be recorded. Methods of communicating with families and other concerned parties must also be established.
Becoming a food-safe school has helped us provide a formal plan for ensuring that food is being served as safely as possible, whether it be in the cafeteria, in the classroom, at school activities such as cookouts, fundraisers, field trips, in vending machines, or any situation that involves food. The Food Safe School program has helped us achieve the goal of providing a safe and healthy environment for students. Because there are so many places in school where food is prepared, handled, and consumed, food safety must be a collaborative effort involving school administration, the local health department, teachers, staff, students, and their families. We have found that a food-safe environment at our school has had a positive effect on attitudes, attendance, and on learning. The Food Safe School program has been very beneficial to us.
Every year at Jenks, we have an event called International Health Fair. Part of the event is a potluck dinner where the students' families bring food to the school. Prior to the event, all the families are sent a flyer in their native language explaining how to prepare and transport food safely.
At the International Health Fair, we knew that our message hit home. Parents and students were practicing proper food handling techniques. Hot foods were kept hot and cold foods were kept cold.
Preventing food-borne illnesses in all school settings where food can become contaminated is essential to a food-safe school. It is imperative to develop and enforce school procedures that ensure food is as safe as possible in all these environments. The Food Safe Schools program is your school's roadmap to a safe and healthy eating environment for students, staff, and families.